started off in unemployment clubs, trying to track people and signpost them, and worked in many different areas. But I ended up in Warrington Food Bank from the very beginning of the food bank. As I listened to these people, and often I was sending them to the YMCA because the food bank simply gave them 3 days of food and signposted them. But what the YMCA was doing was getting them an appointment, making the appointment for them and facilitating it for them.
Son come out of university and he wanted to get a place in Warrington, and he had to use the shelter for a short while. And heard him talking about his experiences there. It was something that I found interesting. So I went in, saw Sue, and next thing I was volunteering.
I trained as a youth and community worker. YMCA nationally is known to be working primarily with young people. So I obtained a job at Warrington YMCA, where I was the youth and community work manager on a team of one.
You notice when you go in there's people from all walks of life. There's people who just go in for a game of snooker, purely. There's people who just go in for something to eat. There's people who's got no money and they come in and say, I've got no money, can you give me some food to take away, or can I have something to eat here?
YMCA works with a wide variety of people. We don't have an age restriction, we don't have a gender or any other race restriction. So we work with people with mental health, drug or alcohol problem, people who are isolated, who are homeless.
And of course there are people who are even employed, who cannot make ends meet due to perhaps a circumstance. And they come to a point whether you choose whether you're going to heat the house if you have children, or you're going to buy the food. To be chronically unemployed is soul destroying, I think, because there's a great loss of purpose then in giving to society or the community in any way, or any sense of belonging. So the YMCA provides a place that they can come to and feel a sense of belonging.
The facilities we offer at YMCA is practically anything you can think of. You get people who comes into us, they've got nowhere to live, no food, no money. Basically, the starting point is feed them.
There is a place to come and sit, not be on the street, which I think is really important.
We have, as I say, an information centre where people can talk to somebody, no matter what that topic is. We also have 3 computers, because people who are doing job search or are looking for a job or are involved claiming benefits, it's an essential nowadays.
But the other facilities which are very difficult to facilitate, because if people are homeless, they don't have an address, are doctor's appointments, dentist's appointments, and also liaising with housing benefits, social services.
We are an authorised care of address. Having somewhere where people can be contactable, whether you're setting up a post office account or whether you're trying to apply for a job, without an address it's impossible to do that.
And this is not only for people who are homeless, it's people who are finding themselves in difficulty due to economic circumstances or emotional circumstances, and of course refugees.
Through the work that we do in terms of trying to encourage people to think about each other as well as themselves, because for a lot of people, particularly in time of need, their own survival becomes paramount to anything else, and it's about helping them to connect with other people, to feel part of a support network. Town centre, if we weren't here, would have a lot more people with social issues, some with antisocial behaviour. Maybe that wouldn't be good for the economy when they are trying to encourage people to shop and, see Warrington as a more cosmopolitan place, really.
Without the YMCA, Warrington Town would have to somehow provide facilities or accept people as they are with the needs that they have.
You'd be in a that position where there's a lot of people, because there's a lot of service users, I've got to go somewhere else to find the help what they get there, and I just don't know where they would get that help from.
To me, it's about invest to save rather than having to be able to react to people who don't have a base, who don't have an identity of where they can go or where they can direct their difficulties in order that they can improve their lives and change, which everybody has a right to do so.